All right.
Every single week, we have been asking the question, what is exactly going to happen? What exactly is going to be happening to Micah? Is Micah's family officially imploding right before our very eyes? Or perhaps maybe there's going to be some sort of solution down the road. But we return here tonight, a part of Eon Network's Horizon, as we are live on Rocket League. We are starting off with a 1-1 between Demon Slayer and Crispy here tonight inside this stadium. Here at GameSide, everybody, I'm Adrian Matt, alongside with two of my colleagues. My first broadcast colleague, none other than T. Welcome.
Jade. Yo, what's good? It's good, great to be back on Rocket League, and I can't wait to call this action as Demon Slayer just got 1 point on the board, and we're gonna have fun tonight.
And Expert Pizza also joining us as well. Well, welcome back to the announce team. And now this is going to be absolutely phenomenal because we know Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer was a former Rocket League champion and looking to make sure he's going to try to regroup here in this game after his loss against Mist a couple of weeks back for the Fortnite Championship. Demon Slayer, as you said, T, moments ago, did score for the first time in this match. Clearly is owning this game right now with 1 point, but he is going against
Oh,
Crispy at this point in time. And you don't want to count it on Crispy, guys. Crispy has some great moves like that.
yo, that was a good move by Crispy, getting that job done, and Crispy scored right then and there with that
And Pizza,
collision.
exactly. And Pizza, you have to be very impressed with that. That was a very great strategic maneuver there in behalf of Crispy, who was able to, he was actually able to detonate that bomb against Demon Slayer, which allowed Crispy to make the 180, and he scored. As Crispy right now trying to make sure he's going to try to hit that for a double time. And there's a hit by Demon Slayer, former Rocket League champion, making sure that he's going to win this matchup. This is a non-title affair, ladies and gentlemen, because the champion, Kaitu Crazy, a bit later on is going to be competing here tonight. We cannot wait for that. But again, a non-title matchup. But just imagine, guys, whomever actually ends up winning this entire series perhaps could actually enter into the title contingent to face Kaitu Crazy down the road. That's if only Kaitu Crazy does not win. But it could be the champion on top in this matchup. Great block right there from Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer be able to pick up the offense here, T.
Right, we're gonna see who can be the MVP in this Rocket League tournament, right? Because I have a thing. It looked like Demon Slayer was definitely got that score right there. Check out this awesome replay, driving that ball right into the net.
Feel it at home, as I like to say it. Of course, Demon Slayer with a great shot right there for a second time. Now, Expert Pizza. As I said before, Demon Slayer is a former Rocket League champion. He's one of the best we've ever had on Rocket League. Let's not forget the matches that we've seen back in 2023, 2 years ago. He really had great matches. He had great matches against Potato and Yalo and many of the greats here in Rocket League. Now he's returned to claim his field, so to speak, to make sure that he comes back with a vengeance. Now, my question to you is, how impressed are you rather with Demon Slayer, at least thus far in this performance?
Oh,
Again, for a third time now, the trifecta connecting right there. Demon Slayer scoring for a third time. Take a look at the replay here, guys. Demon Slayer very just zoned in, focused, and Crispy very close in trying to deflect that ball, but again, not to avail. It was Demon Slayer who just scored for a third time. 2 minutes and 24 seconds. I'm gonna ask both of you, starting with you, T, do you think 2 minutes and 23 seconds is enough time for Crispy to bounce back in this match?
I gotta say the force was strong in that one, and the reason why I say that is because we are on Star Wars um map, the Star Wars arena, which is amazing, by the way. Um, yeah, Crispy does have time to get back in this. We still got 2 minutes on the board, so Crispy still have time to get back in this.
Well, Demon Slayer about to hit for a fourth
Mm,
time, and he does. The ball going up and over the top of Crispy, and Crispy again trying to deflect the ball, but to no avail here. Demon Slayer is really doing a good job here tonight, beginning to gain momentum and could be down the road again in way for a championship victory.
the force is on Demon Slayer side right now.
Yes, we got Mr. Star Wars pun here tonight. Demon Slayer for a fifth time.
Of course, and he's a Demon Slayer, so of course it's either he's either Team Darth Maul or Team Darth Vader?
Well, I guess Demon Slayer could actually be probably the best of. Well, actually, in my opinion, probably could do. Well, I think he probably could be better than both there. T. Oh, but Crispy begins to battle back. And now this is exactly what I was going to ask you here. Expert Pizza, wait a minute. Take a look at this replay now. Crispy again, very, very incredible. Crispy took the opportunity. He capitalized at this point in time. He took advantage there. And Crispy scoring for a second time, which now it's going to be the question to you here, Expert Pizza. Do you believe Crispy now has a chance to bounce back? A minute and 42 seconds on the clock. Well,
Like
a
Adrian, that's what.
slowly. Yep.
Like Adrian, I said, with that 2 minutes, sorry, we got 1 minute and 40 seconds here. Crispy still can get back in this, and he's doing that right now.
We can there, T. I mean, there's absolutely no counting out on Crispy. We know the desire he has. We know the determination he is driven for success. He has been here for quite some time as well. He wants to become a champion sooner or later on either Rocket League, Fortnite, and beyond. But tonight, again, Demon Slayer is really bringing the fight against Crispy. Crispy understands the rap that Demon Slayer is all about. Demon Slayer, though, moments ago was able to block the ball. The ball's off the barricade. Demon Slayer yet again hitting it. The ball goes up into the middle of the stadium. Crispy, of course, missing through. Here comes Demon Slayer. This is no man's land. And now Demon Slayer's out of hit. He does for a sixth time.
Demon Slayer said, "Nope, you're not gonna get this. You're not gonna. I see you coming back, but you know what? That I'm gonna stop that right now."
A buck and 2 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. 6 points right now for Demon Slayer. Crispy does have three. And guys, I guess time is going to be setting in for Crispy. It's still very much possible, but it's going to be a very difficult task for Crispy to try to at least tie it up here over the next 55 seconds. But it is possible, and it's something that Crispy can do. But again, it will be difficult there, Pizza. Oh,
And there we go.
Crispy just scored for a fourth time. And I was just going to make the point as you take a look at the replay. Demon Slayer from behind, but Crispy ahead of the game. I was going to make the point going back to what you were saying. You mentioned the word slowly, a slowly but surely comeback that could be in the future of Crispy. With now 4 points, there's 2 points left to try to make this into a tie. Could be it in just a moment. Demon Slayer, though, making sure that's not going to take place. He does hit the ball off the barricade into the blue side. Crispy is going to have to try to make sure he gets the ball. Does so right there. 30 seconds remaining. Can Demon Slayer actually hit it? He does. Demon Slayer now for a seventh time. Demon Slayer could be winning this in just a matter of moments.
And that was a good block right there by Demon Slayer, and took advantage of that block and scored for the seventh time.
But you got to be very impressed with Demon Slayer again, coming back here with a vengeance, making sure that he's going to try to claim what is his and to become a Rocket League champion for a second time in his Eon Network tenure. But hey, with Crispy, oh, wait a minute. Demon Slayer now looking to make sure he's going to score yet again. Now, I was going to say with Crispy, guys, you have to be very impressed as well. Crispy obviously has 4 points, and Demon Slayer is probably going to end up winning this matchup. As you can see, the countdown is continuing. 4 seconds left, but you have to be very, very, and I mean very impressed with both gentlemen. Demon Slayer did indeed win with 7 points. Lucky seven, as they say.
I'm always impressed when Crispy competes. He's very impressive, and Demon Slayer it was incredible as well. We seen him on Fortnite, and he was great, and now we seeing him again on Rocket League, and he was great.
Phenomenal job from Crispy. Crispy doing a great job every single time. But you're right there, T. Demon Slayer, really, really impressive here tonight. Has his first victory. It's not over just yet. Now, Crispy's going to be on the side. Coming up next, we got a new competitor joining us as we get set for the matchup. And Expert Pizza, your analysis thus far in this entire matchup, how good was it in your mind?
They were like going like head and head with each other, but I think I had faith in Crispy for a little while. Well,
And the thing is, You're right. And Crispy has been here. He has literally been scratching and clawing. He has been delivering just about every single move to become successful. And again, I talked about it. He is determined and driven to want to become a champion. But right now, Demon Slayer advances. Demon Slayer will be advancing in this match. We understand that up next, we actually have an individual that's going to be competing here. Crispy's going to be standing by. I guess we can actually have none other than, Big Man Spirit, who's going to be joining us.
You're gonna have a spirit to win this whole gauntlet tournament.
I think.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I think. So, Big Man Spirit, I guess, actually joining here tonight. Demon Slayer I think Demon Slayer had to stay behind. So in that case, Crispy's going to be taking the place of none other than Demon Slayer. Big Man Spirit is joining us here for the very first time. And you guys were talking about the Big Man Spirit needing to have a big spirit here tonight to make sure he can knock off Crispy.
Yeah, I mean you gotta get all the spirit squad behind him to get that win here tonight.
You can see here this matchup. Spirit now looking to make sure he's going to try to score, but Crispy, obviously, after a victory, I should say, after the loss against Demon Slayer, though, you must believe, guys, that maybe Crispy's mental psyche might be just a bit down after the loss that he suffered moments ago, but Crispy just saw that. Big Man Spirit now, he just scaled at the top and was able to deliver the shot right there.
A massive maneuver from the top. I think that was did he do an air dribble? I think that was an air dribble that he did. Perfectly done and perfectly executed.
Well, it was effective, and that's the thing. We know for a fact that effective maneuvers will always be done here on Rocket League. As you can see now, Big Man Spirit with a shot onto the side of the net. Here comes Crispy trying to make sure he's going to save it on his end. And I do want to actually preface this. So Demon Slayer is actually back. So we did say that he was going to be standing by. He is still here tonight. So this is more so like a bonus match, something that we saw last week in the VR, by the way, in Orion Drift, which, by the way, is very similar to this game here, T.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that because I'm still MVP. MVP. That man, that person, that what was his name? The person one.
Oh, you're talking about that guy, that one guy.
That one guy. Yeah. MVP on a Ryan Drift. That was impressive. Amazing
Oh,
victory.
and by the way, so hold on. I am being told that, yeah, Demon Slayer can join the Orange team at this point in time. That's something that we can confirm. But it looks like Demon Slayer might be facing a disadvantage due to the fact that Big Man Spirit has 3 points ahead of Demon Slayer. So that's only if Demon Slayer is going to be joining the Orange team, and he does. Demon Slayer now is going to be going against Big Man Spirit. Big Man Spirit already with a huge advantage thus far. Big Man Spirit now against Demon Slayer. Crispy has just left the game. Again, he did get eliminated previous round. This is a very unorthodox game right now. A Big Man Spirit with a shot.
But Demon Slayer can still get into it. I mean, it's 3 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock,
Well,
so Demon Slayer can still get into it as Kai2 Crazy just came on the board as well.
But the thing is here, T, I mean, with Big Man Spirit now scoring for a fourth time, and I got to actually ask you now, Pizza, do you think Demon Slayer might have a chance to defeat Big Man Spirit despite the deficit here that he's facing, that Demon Slayer's facing?
I think he does because we still have 3 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock, so I think he still has a chance.
But going back to what T said, Kai2 Crazy is involved in the game, and I think Kai2 Crazy is lending a hand to Demon Slayer. But despite that, Big Man Spirit just hit for a fifth time.
Yeah, I was thinking like Kai2 Crazy might be coming out here to maybe lend a hand to Demon Slayer. I mean, but we're gonna see how this plays out because the Spirit is taking them both on, and at a very good rate too. Because I mean, the Spirit is being a boss right here now.
Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Who is Big Man Spirit? In fact, we were told that.
That's a question.
Well, that is a good question because Kai2 Crazy, Demon Slayer, Crispy, and Trey, we were told that these guys, along with Dragon, these guys were going to be competing here tonight. Big Man Spirit wasn't scheduled, so he actually just came out of nowhere. We don't know who this man is. Big Man Spirit, though, coming literally out of nowhere, and he's making some form of impression here tonight, but a very impressive impression nonetheless. Demon Slayer just scored, though. Here comes Demon Slayer, looking to make sure he's going to gain the offense, looking to make sure he's going to gain the pace of this match. Take a look at the replay. Demon Slayer with a very, very impressive shot. Speaking about impressive, a shot there right off the barricade that ricocheted right into the net.
That
He
was
just
a really
did.
nice shot.
He's just that, a spirit. That's all we know from him. He's just a spirit. That is doing a very good job in this game.
And you can see here, Big Man Spirit does have, again, a great shot and win of this matchup. But it is a 2-on-1 match, which I guess if you think about it, it could be a little bit fair, because if you really do think about this here, guys, Big Man Spirit, in a way, did actually have a huge advantage at first. He was able to score 3 points without Demon Slayer being in the game. Demon Slayer now obviously in the game a bit late. Kai2 Crazy looking to make sure he's going to try to lend a hand. But you can actually see here, Big Man Spirit is still doing a really good job thus far in trying to actually get involved and trying to beat these guys here. But he seems very good in there.
Oh, he's doing really good. 1 minute and 39 seconds. That collision right there, but Big Spirit might get it. No.
Ooh, but that was a great block. A great block from Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is already in focus. He was able to block off that ball. A potential shot there from Big Man Spirit, but it was Demon Slayer who blocked it. You got to be very impressed. Demon Slayer is very good at blocking. We know that for a fact. Kai2 Crazy now involved. Here comes Demon Slayer as well. Again, 2-on-1 action here tonight. Orange team versus blue team. Blue team, Big Man Spirit is all along. Big Man Spirit, though, saving it again.
Big Spirit is looking to drive that ball into the net, and that is a good block right there.
And again, Demon Slayer once again blocking. Demon Slayer's going to have a chance. Demon Slayer now making sure he's going to try to score. He does! Demon Slayer just scored right there. It is 5-2 with 1 minute exactly on the dot. Take a look at this. Demon Slayer, yet using all the speed, the quickness, and velocity he was garnering to make sure he was going to hit it. And you can see on the upper left of your screen, Big Man Spirit said, quote, "Nice shot. You have to respect Big Man Spirit sportsmanship. That's one thing."
That was a nice shot. I do agree with that. Shucky, crack moment, I would say, by Big Spirit right there.
Big Man Spirit just scored again for a 6th time. So you have to be impressed with this guy.
I am, especially going against 2 people, too.
And Demon Slayer and Kai2 Crazy, again, on their end, they're very impressive as well. But I think what's going on here is Demon Slayer and Kai2 Crazy a bit shocked over the matter that Big Man Spirit just joined out of nowhere. And sometimes shock can, again, playing a role when it comes to your mental psyche in games like this. But Kai2 Crazy has just scored now. 3 points now for the orange team, whereas the 6 points for the blue team here. They are now halfway as the orange team. But guys, is this going to be enough, however? Is 45 seconds going to be enough time for the orange team to make sure that they can somehow, someway win this matchup? It's going to be very difficult for them to do it, and I think it's still possible, but it's difficult.
Difficult is not in Kai2 Crazy vocabulary, because anything is possible with Kai2 Crazy. But that was a great score right there by Big Man Spirit.
You got to love it. Big Man Spirit again scoring for a 7th time. And Lucky 7 here. Lucky 7 for Big Man Spirit. Scoring now a 7th time for 30 seconds left in the clock. It looks like you would say, Pizza, would you assume, would you concur with this assessment that Big Man Spirit is going to be walking out here as the victory?
Yeah, I kind of have to do that. But the one thing is, I like how they were both showing good sportsmanship with saying nice shot and all that, so...
It's all about respect. It's all about passion. But again, respecting your peers here. And that's exactly what these 3 gentlemen have. Self-respect and respect for their opponents and themselves. Big Man Spirit now scoring potentially the final score of the game. Big Man Spirit was able to hit it right there for an 8th time. And the animation that you see those 2 dragons could be very symbolic. Those dragons coming out of the net could be perhaps maybe, again, symbolism. Big Man Spirit going to be coming in here so fiery like a dragon per se. And you can see here, again, blue team, Big Man Spirit wins.
You know, in this round, I gotta say that MVP is all 3 of these competitors. They earned the MVP of the night. All 3 of them. They was incredible. A massive sportsmanship from the three competitors.
Well, can you imagine if Big Man Spirit is going to continue this dominance? We understand that we have still yet to see Trey Slayer and also none other than the Gamer Boy, who's still going to be competing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Up next. But again, if you're just joining us live here, part of Eon Network's Friday Night Horizon, thanks for joining us on what has been a very unorthodox game evening. I mean, we didn't expect Big Man Spirit, number one, and number two, again, it was a 2-on-1 situation that happened moments ago. Big Man Spirit, again, with a victory, though. But again, you have to be very, very shocked, but also impressed with Big Man Spirit. We don't know who this guy is, but he just showed up out of nowhere, and I guess he's claiming victories here.
Yeah, that was a very, very good game here, and I see big things for Big Man Spirit.
Big Man Spirit making his official debut here on Eon Network. Will this debut transcend his tenure, though? Will this dominance stretch for Big Man Spirit in his tenure in Eon Network? Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next again, we have yet to actually see Trey compete along with the Gamer Boy. So as long as those two are able to compete in this round, we are good. And we're going to find out what's going to be taking place, guys, up next.
Yeet. It's
The
going to
ball
be
center.
incredible.
I cannot wait. The ball center of the stadium. You can see here. So I guess it's going to be the Gamer Boy versus Trey Slayer. Trey Slayer can actually join the blue team, and he does. Here we go, one-on-one action here tonight. These two have yet to compete. Now, this is going to be interesting. For the very first time ever, these two are going to be meeting up center of the stadium, one-on-one action here on Rocket League to determine who's going to be better than each other. Again, tonight, this was non-title for bragging rights, I would say. But, again, the winner, I would say, will also have a title contingent against the champion.
Oh!
Dude, crazy as the Gamer Boy. For seeing his first loss in the matchup, Trey Slayer able to score right there. Gamer Boy now looking at perhaps maybe what could have been a very huge momentum boost for Trey Slayer in this game.
Well, the thing about Trey Slayer, we know about Trey Slayer being he's kind of like Guy Too Crazy and Bug Potato. Trey Slayer is one of these players that you got to watch out for because he is that very good in Rocket League.
Well, he seems sly and cunning, but one thing's for certain, the Gamer Boy 2012 is not going to go down without a fight, that's for sure. And Expert Pizza, I mean, who do you think, in your opinion, is going to actually win between the two as Trey Slayer scored for a second time?
So far, Trey Slayer's doing a good job, but I kind of got faith in Gamer Boy because we still got 4 minutes left. But Gamer Boy's car kind of reminds me of Santa Claus a little bit.
It does actually.
What?
I mean, look, you got the Christmas lights, you got the whole
now I
the
see.
red and green.
Yeah.
Now I see. Yeah, the green lights, the white, the red in the background. What about the American flag, though?
American Santa Claus.
I guess so. Although Santa Claus actually covers the entire world, not just America, but
Well, that means what country he is in.
I guess, well, that's known for, right?
Yeah.
He does
Right.
have the. He does have that little. Wait a minute, Trey Slayer just scored for a trifecta. The hat trick connected. You can take a look at the replay, and Trey Slayer definitely going to be analyzing exactly how he's going to be hitting the ball. He saw the opening right there and saw that entire net open for him, which allowed Trey Slayer to go right quickly onto the ball to hit the net, and he did.
We got Trey Slayer. Trey Slayer would stop kicking up the ball, and Trey Slayer got that just in there, just not
That actually shocked me. I was looking at the Gamer Boy, and I saw the ball, and I could have sworn, I thought for a moment the Gamer Boy was going to hit it, and then out of nowhere it went right inside the net. Trey Slayer is actually dominating with 4 points here. But the thing is, 3 minutes and 46 seconds. I want to go back to what Pizza was saying. 3 minutes and 45 seconds still is a lot of time for the Gamer Boy to ever bounce back if he chooses to, of course, if he tries to at least.
Like I said, I mean, he can make a comeback. Look at this. Great
sequence.
Great scoring by Trey Slayer. Check out this awesome air that Trey Slayer gotten off the top into the barricade and into the net. Amazing.
And do you think you can execute that, Pizza, if you were in the game?
Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not, but
Well, I mean, it's a hard thing to execute. And again, this is
I
the
know.
reason why I salute every single member, every single competitor, every single superstar that joins here tonight in these games. The reason why I have so much respect for them is because it's not an easy thing. Whether if you're losing
Oh
or
no.
winning, it doesn't matter. You're playing in this game, and you have to deal with the physics. You have to deal with the mechanics. You have to deal with all the different unorthodox controls, right? You have to deal with the opponents as well. This game is very, very difficult. In fact, all games really that people compete in, it takes a lot of skill to compete in. So that's why I always give credit to every single person that competes here tonight, including the Gamer Boy, who again is actually doing everything he can to win this matchup. But Trey Slayer, though, close to actually perhaps maybe scoring,
Oh,
he
did we
does for
go?
a sixth time.
That was massive, massive. This is why I say Trey Slayer is also dangerous. Because I put him in the same category with Pugtato and Kaiju Crazy. And and, he's just remarkable. It's
And how
remarkable.
can you not? How can you not put him in the same category after this performance? And the Gamer Boy at this point in time again trying to make sure he's going to try to score. And the Gamer Boy might be. Oh wait a minute. I think I'm going to
But
speak too
maybe
soon. Gamer Boy looking to make sure he's going to score, but he missed it again. And now Trey Slayer looking to make sure he's going to try to score. The Gamer Boy doing a very smart job, though, going back to his net. He's going to be running defense now. Can he successfully do it? Can he successfully intercept the ball? Looks like the Gamer Boy, his eyes locked right into the ball. Trey Slayer up midair, missing through the hit. Trey Slayer back onto it. Can he actually hit it? But no.
Oh,
Again, the equilibrium just a bit off there. Pizza. Very close, however.
yep. And I think Gamer Boy, I think he still has something in him. I think he can at least score like 2 or 3 times before the game
here we
ends.
go. No.
The Gamer Boy with a great block. And I want to go back to what you said, Pizza. You know, the Gamer Boy does have a lot of resilience that shows here. Despite the fact that he has 0 points, you have to give respect that he's still trying at this juncture in time. The Gamer Boy does not know anything about quitting, that's for sure. And that's what it's all about. Making sure that you compete until the very end. Even if you're going to lose drastically, who cares, right? You're still in the game. You're trying your best. You're putting your 110%. And that's what Gamer Boy is doing right now. Yeah, sure, he has 0 points. Great. But the thing is, he's still in there. And he's actually battling. And he's doing it for himself. And he's trying. And again, trying and trying and trying. And eventually, the Gamer Boy is going to get it. But tonight now, Trey Slayer might have his number. The reason why Trey Slayer, of course, is winning this far.
Trey Slayer is trying to get that ball in, and he did. That
Successfully
was
putting in that ball in the net there, T.
a crazy, crazy, awesome gameplay that Trey Slayer is showing here tonight.
Of course, on Twitch, huge shout out to Pivik 2013 who said hello. And we, of course, send our salutes to all our fans watching, including Pivik 2013 over there on Twitch. As you can see here, the Gamer Boy now and Trey Slayer battling. This is the final minute here tonight. Trey Slayer is having a cakewalk. He's having a walk in the park right now.
You can't count out the Game Boy because the Game Boy
not.
is trying to get back in it. He's trying everything that he can to do the best that he can to get on the board and he just they both are just having fun. I'll just say that they are having fun, and that's what.
He did it. He did it! The Gamer Boy just scored for a first time in this match, and this is exactly what we were talking about. He was not going to stop no matter what. The Gamer Boy, despite the fact that he had 0 points, he still was going to be in it. He still was going to be fighting in this. He still wasn't going to give up. He still was going to do what he could to actually score. And it just happened moments ago. And he scored there for the first time. And the Gamer Boy now beginning to pick up momentum. And this is what I'm talking about, the respect when it comes to the Gamer Boy.
Yeah, and like I said, they both are having fun like that right here, right? And that's all that counts is that they both are enjoying themselves, having a good time in this game.
Absolutely. Entertainment, it's all about every single weekend here in Eon Network, who just scored again to Trey Slayer for a ninth time. Hey, huge shout out also to Mean D Zipe, who so happens to be our own broadcast colleague, none other than Pizza, who commented on our Twitch.
Yep.
9 points officially from Trey Slayer, guys. And you have to admit, Trey Slayer came in here with a huge plan in his mind, and that is to completely dominate the field. And at this point, he's going to score for a double digits now.
Trey Slayer, like, he is slaying. He is definitely a slayer. Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
mean, can you imagine if he were to slay off Big Man Spirit, or at least slay off Kai2 Crazy for a championship match down the road? Trey Slayer could also become a potential champion down the road, but the Gamer Boy is still scoring. Hey, the Gamer Boy is still sending a little bit of a small message. You may be winning this matchup, but I'm still going to score on you.
What a massive game this has been. 10-2. But these two are giving it all. Um, Everything they got in this game.
And the Gamer Boy a little defiant here tonight. Not going to let Trey Slayer really fully have a successful game without the Gamer Boy scoring at least for a second time. But nonetheless, Trey Slayer scored for an 11th time. And again, very impressive. You can see here that great maneuver, great sequence in behalf of Trey Slayer, who again was able to score for an 11th time. Hey guys, 16 seconds left. We know that it's going to be Trey Slayer who's going to end up winning, guys. Do you guys see a future champion in Trey Slayer?
Yeah, I kind of do.
A
And
future
he scores
champion,
again.
future Hall of Famer. I see a lot of great things going for Trey Slayer.
A lot of tremendous potential. It's Trey Slayer tonight. And if you are questioning about Trey Slayer, then just simply look at these clips. Trey Slayer really proving to everyone that he's got it, that he definitely is a formidable force on Rocket League. The last couple of seconds here on Rocket League. Congratulations to none other than Trey Slayer, who might score for a final time.
Yes, he did.
And he actually did. Right before the time limit officially ended. Well, it was already at 0, but we know the rules. The game officially ends whenever the ball hits the ground officially. Congratulations to Trey Slayer, 13 points against 2. But hey, again, you got to give credit to the Gamer Boy. He stood in there with his chest high, puffed up, not going to give up.
I like that. Puffed up and never give. I love that. Great. That's a great way to say it. Yeah, these two really did a really good job in this game. Um, Massive moment for Trey Slayer. Trey Slayer is really he's who can stop Trey Slayer?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, and I agree with you, but nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, I understand, according to our producers, that this is just going to be a free-for-all round, or well, at least a random round, basically. Anybody can actually play in this next round. It doesn't have to be 1v1. It could be 1v2, 1v3, it could be 2v2, but if anyone's interested in joining, they can do so now. This is the main event. Anyone who's interested can join in the next event. I cannot wait to see that to conclude on what it's been a very incredible night thus far. But while we're waiting for the next game, guys, again, we're still awaiting for Micah's mother. His mother who's actually going to be joining us here tonight. Apparently looking to talk about the situation dealing with Micah.
Please do not do a free-for-all.
But we're going to have to divorce. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, I really do feel bad for the woman, right? Because
Dude.
like I feel like he did not respect her. I feel like I feel like there's something going on with him. I feel like he was in the wrong. He's wanting a divorce. What we need more answers.
And Kai2 Crazy about to hit it, and he does for the blue team. Hey, listen, I want to go back to what we were saying, however. I mean, there's got to be something. There's got to be some form of solution, however. I mean, Micah came out here literally a couple of weeks ago. He announced that his parents were going to get a divorce. He actually was very dejected. He was very, very upset about the entire thing. He felt that he was alone in this world. He didn't have anyone to talk to. And that's the reason why he joined Eon Network. He spilled the beans about his family affairs, and he talked about his parents getting divorced. He told us about it. We wanted to talk to his dad. He did join. His dad saying that, hey, it's going to happen no matter what. But tonight, Micah's mom will be here tonight looking to make sure that she is going to perhaps maybe actually give us some insight on what's happening behind the scenes. And Pizza, I mean, I know you haven't really been fully aware of the entire story, but nonetheless, I mean, it's nonetheless devastating for Micah.
Yeah, I kind of have to feel bad for him because I know what it's like with like divorces and all that, with parents and all that. So I feel really bad for him. But I will be back in 1 minute.
Okay, and also T, I mean, what do you expect Micah's mom to be saying here tonight? I mean, just imagine what in the world they're going to be saying. I mean,
You know, I can speculate a lot of pain, a lot of anger coming from um Micah's mom. So I'm expecting to see some anger from her.
we're honestly going to find out. And Micah, from what I understand, is going to be watching the broadcast. Micah looking to make sure that he really wants his parents to fix this, but at this point in time, unfortunately for Micah and his family, it's not looking too good, at least for Micah. And again, it's a very sad situation here, T. For the very first time ever in Eon Network, we have never seen a situation like this.
Oh no, never, never, and it's very devastating, especially for a child. You know, it says your child is involved. Your child is experiencing um a divorce. I mean, that's no child should ever experience that.
And again, I want to reiterate what happened this past week for those who missed it. Would love to, of course, let everyone know that the father, Micah's dad, did say, "quote that there were too many problems in our marriage that couldn't be fixed." And he also said that it's a long and complicated story, but
He
ultimately
cheated.
it just couldn't make it work. Well, we don't know that, T. We really don't. We can't necessarily speculate that, but anything could have happened.
I'm gonna just say he cheated. That's. I mean, what else could they go on?
Well, sometimes there's a lot of personal issues going on as well. It doesn't have to necessarily be cheating, but it could be a reason. What a great score by Trey Slayer, now scoring for a third time for the Orange team. The Orange team dominating over the past couple of minutes. We've been seeing it. You can already see here Trey Slayer. Again, that was a great pass in behalf of Kai 2 Crazy. Kai 2 Crazy and Trey Slayer working together. And this is quite ironic because Kai 2 Crazy, the champion holder, who eventually might defend the title against someone like Trey Slayer, for instance, T.
Yeah, I mean, they were working well as a team. King Chicken.
King Chicken, he actually joins for the very first time as well. So we have Big Man Spirit and King Chicken who join us for the first time. We don't know who those two are. Again, they were not scheduled initially, but hey, it's open to anyone and everyone. Trey Slayer scoring again.
Speaking of chicken, I am eating chicken. Yeah, but yeah, great job for Kaitu Crazy Trey Slayer and eating chicken. Got 4 points on the board.
And King Chicken, Trey Slayer, Kai2 Crazy represented the Orange team against the team of Big Man Spirit, the Gamer Boy, and Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, obviously, when it comes to everybody in this lobby, he does have the longest tenured run in Eon Network. He joined years ago. He actually joined back in 2022, really celebrating 3 years. And as those 3 years, Demon Slayer has done a lot. Has become the champion on Rocket League, become number one contender on Fortnite, has returned again with a vengeance. Demon Slayer now looking to make sure he's got a score. He does. Demon Slayer, very, very impressive with this man.
Yeah, the blue team is definitely trying to get back in there. You know, the 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 blue team is very they got a lot of great players on their team as far as the orange team as well.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely incredible players here tonight. And you have to wonder exactly. I mean, if you're all these competitors, all six gentlemen competing here tonight, you have to think for yourselves, do I
Oh, nice
have what it
collision.
takes? Do I have what it takes to ever become a champion? Well, I guess for Kai Too Crazy out of everyone, he definitely had what it took. He defeated Potato a couple of weeks back in one of the greatest Rocket League matches ever in that one-on-one classic. Kai Too Crazy's versus Potato for the title. Kai Too Crazy, as I said, defeated Potato for the championship. Demon Slayer scoring now, again beginning to help now the blue team raise their score up to 3 points, 1 point away from making it into a tie. But again, for all the five other gentlemen, for King Chicken, Trey, Big Man, the Gamer Boy, and Demon Slayer, do they have what it takes? This is probably something that they're asking themselves. Do I have what it takes at this point in time in the year 2025 for me to really reach to the top of the mountain, for me to climb the ladder, the long ladder, rung by rung, and to really put myself in the number one position here in the Eon Network roster to become a champion? That could be perhaps lingering in their minds there, T.
Well, this is the first time that we are seeing King Chicken and Big Man Spirit. So yeah, I mean they all are great competitors. They all have what it takes to be champions in Eon Network, and great tie up game for the blue and the orange team.
I'm back.
And Pizza, welcome back. You can actually see this matchup has been very tremendous this far. We're looking at a tie, 4 points apiece. Well, spoke too soon. Trey Slayer just broke that tie, made it into 5 points.
Now,
Well,
check
what
out
I
this
like,
replay.
he he hit it from above, and then it just bounced right in, which is kind of what I like to see. So I think that was kind of like a really nice shot on his hand. So
And T, out of everyone here, who do you think is the one that impresses you the most here, T?
Wow. Wow, you got a lot of great players here, but the one that impressed me the most, um, it's always Kaiser Crazy. Kaiser Crazy always impressed me. Every time I see him in Rocket League, he's incredible.
And you also have to be impressed with King Chicken. He just scored there for the Orange team with a shot right there to the net. And this is a 3-on-3 battle, ladies and gentlemen. We don't really necessarily see these too often. It's a very, very hard thing to be competing in a 3-on-3 affair in a game inside stadium here on Rocky League. I mean, again, there's so much action going on at once, right? And again, with one ball and 3 gentlemen gunning for each team, that is 3 of these gentlemen gunning for that ball, it really can be hard to try to score here and there. But thus far, both teams are really doing a good job trying to defy the odds there. But look at this. Big
Oh,
man Spirit close and deflecting the ball. Trey Slayer looking to make sure he was going to score. Now, of course, we're waiting for Micah's mom as we're getting set for the ending of this game.
here we go. We got it. The Orange team won it.
And look at this.
Defense, defense. As you can
Can
hear the
King Chicken
fans sing.
score? He does. King Chicken with an exclamation point. A final score to end the game. Again, an exclamation point. A message being sent to everyone in the lobby, especially to those in the blue team, that they are dominant. King
Well, you
Chicken,
can.
Kai 2 Crazy, and Trey Slayer T all winning tonight.
The fans were all celebrating. The fans was crazy. The fans was all in this, as you can hear them saying defense, and they were singing the song and all that stuff. So yeah, it was a great night, great game for the Orange team. Um, hey, I love it.
Pizza, any final words before we conclude the broadcast in just a minute?
um, I think that was actually a pretty fair matchup, because not only did we have good players on one team, we had more good players on the other. So I think that was pretty, well, not pretty, really good matchup right there to conclude the day. And yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, Micah's mother will be joining us live in the broadcast. She has an announcement to make concerning the decision that they have made over the past few weeks in deciding to divorce from each other. From what I understand, Micah's watching live, and coming up next again, Micah's mother is going to be joining us. And guys, we're waiting for the arrival of Micah's mother. But I mean, think about it. Think about it this way, guys. Just imagine what Micah's feeling right now.
You know, I know he's want things to be fixed. I want things to be fixed. I want answers. I want things to. I want peace between the three of them. That's what I want.
Pete, are you ready to see what's going to happen in just a matter of moments?
Yeah, I'm pretty ready.
Oh, all right. Let's get it, Adrian. We
Well,
got it.
ladies
We
and
got it. We got answers. We need answers.
we need answers, all right. And I'm speaking to my producers right now. They're telling me that she will be arriving live via satellite in just a matter of moments here. So we are going to be joined by Micah's mom in just a matter of moments. But again, Micah's actually standing by. He's watching the Twitch as we speak. We know for a fact that Micah's desperately trying to save this family. But again, it looks like Micah's mom and dad, unfortunately, again, still looking to make sure they're going to pursue this divorce.
If Micah's dad can not sleep with other women, that would. I don't think that will have any divorce.
And T, I'm not necessarily saying that that's not a possibility, but I mean, again, we can't necessarily jump to conclusions. Maybe that could have been the case. Maybe, maybe it wasn't. We don't know that. But again, we're hoping to actually get more answers tonight. But I think we're kind of jumping to the conclusions prematurely there, T.
Well, that's what I'm. That, and maybe I'm just going by what happened to me, but I'm just saying, hey, cheating is involved. Fidelity is involved. That's how I judge it.
So it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually being told live via satellite here that yes, it looks like Micah's mother has joined us live. And well, Micah's mom, thanks for joining us. And I have two questions. Number one, what's going on? And number two, just to actually speculate here, at least to try to get a confirmation, because T and many others are wondering, was there any cheating involved? Were you actually perhaps maybe cheated on by your husband? And again, let us know exactly what's going on here if you can. Do we have her? Okay, so she's being connected right now via satellite again from all the way over there in Washington, ladies and gentlemen. Again, once again, please welcome Micah's mom. And again, Micah's mom, I'm not sure if you heard me, but I'm going to go ahead and reiterate the questions. Two questions that I have for you. The first question is exactly what is going on. And second question, if you can confirm to us whether or not if you were cheated on, perhaps, if you don't mind us asking. T and many others are speculating this is perhaps could have been the reason for this fallout, this breakout for this marriage. Were you actually cheated on? And if not, then what is going on? And how do you feel about Micah right now? Well, she is connecting as we speak.
Okay, look, she's nervous. She's nervous because Micah is watching. She don't want to answer because Micah is watching, and she. This is too hurtful. This is too painful for her.
And I agree with you, T. I mean, she's just distraught right now. I don't think she's ready
Eh,
to answer. Um, I guess perhaps maybe. I mean,
And she doesn't want to answer because she knows it was cheating. There was infidelity involved, Adrian. How can you not see it?
we aren't sure. Just okay. She is actually signaling now, ladies. She's signaling that she's ready to answer. So, Micah's mom, whenever you have the chance, you can explain what's going on. I know it's been a
There was
difficult.
fighting in our marriage, but there was no cheating involved. However, I know that it has taken a toll on Micah, and I want to find a solution. I think next week your dad and I will sit down and try to figure out a way to fix the issue. We want to do what's best for our family and for you, Micah.
This is great. Are you actually going to be joining us next week to try to perhaps maybe fix the situation? And by the way, before you answer that, Micah's mom, again, T, it looks like she just confirmed there was no cheating involved.
Are you really? Oh, okay. She's just saying that because Micah is watching. She knows Micah is watching, and
Are we really
okay.
still on this topic?
Nonetheless, I mean, I guess here, T, I mean, no matter what, but Micah's mom, before we end the conversation here, are you actually going to be joining us next week to literally find a solution?
Yes, I will be there. This is an important conversation that involves everyone in the family, so my input is necessary as well.
Well, we thank you for joining us live via satellite from all the way over there in Washington. And guys, folks, this is going to be taking place next week. Again, what's going to be the solution? Looks like Micah's mom and father expected a divorce, but it looks like she's not going to give up on the family. She understands Micah is suffering through this, and next week she's going to come here live to propose a solution, guys.
You don't believe that? I mean, come on. He is pushing for a divorce, and you think you think that's not. You think it doesn't have to do with any infidelity. You think
No,
because
not at
she
all.
said. You think because she said, oh, it's not cheating. You believe her.
I mean, she would know, T. She would know more than us. She would have at least told us. But nonetheless, though, she's going to be here next week.
I think she's covering up. I think she's covering up stuff. She don't want get Micah upset, saying that her dad's been cheating and all that. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Well, listen, we're about to end the broadcast. Pizza, do you have any comments before we end it here?
Not really, but yeah, all I gotta really say is I kind of feel sorry for him.
I mean, my heart breaks for the kid. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a tremendous night here tonight. Congratulations to all those that have competed here tonight. But again, what's going to be taking place next week live on the Eon Network Horizon to determine exactly if there will be a solution in behalf of Micah and also their family, if the divorce is going to continue, if perhaps maybe there is going to be a plan for it to be saved, the family that is, for the family to be saved. We're going to find out next week. Ladies and gentlemen, for Pizza and Tea, I'm Adrian Matt. We'll catch you next week. Good night, everyone.
Don't be a cheater and stay yeet.
Okay.